Everybody ready to continue?
Yeah.
What are your plans, O party leader? At the present moment, Matsuo Basho is not present in the village. The overseer tells you that he is currently having healing for his eye.
I'm just moving the token for a second just for the spelling of the village. Shinotsu.
Shinshinotsu.
Who actually was the person who hired us to search the area? Was that Sano? Was that Sano on behalf of Matsuo?
Matsuo basically told you that you were being hired to search the area, and he gave you told you what he was. Was it him or was it his one of his Ashigaru? I can't remember precisely which. But basically, you were hired in Nobioka. You went to the village, and he then told you which area needed searching. You have now searched it. And he's reported the results of your search, which is why you got paid the bonus for finding the nice hunting area. And he will send the results of your last 2 days' search off back to Nobioka and his lord tonight, or rather tomorrow when somebody leaves.
Okay.
My suggestion, I think, at the end of last session was...
Is there anything else that he thinks is necessary? On that roll, definitely. So, D10. Right. And therefore, he would like you to take a message to the Lord of Hajima, warning him about the presence of Mukade, etc., to the west and possibly the north.
We'll certainly do that.
Did you say to the Lord of Hajima?
Hajima. That's the village over the hills to the east. He would probably be grateful for warning of the bear in its lair to the north as well.
Yes.
I mean, it won't be a problem at the moment. There's plenty of food, but come autumn, you never know.
It's still about the Bakemono show.
Okay, is he going to write a letter for us to deliver, or is he?
Yes, he will have a letter for you to deliver tomorrow. He's willing to pay you a silver to carry it to Hajima. That's in total.
Each, yeah.
Okay, we'll do that. It's not far.
No, a silver in total.
No, it's not far.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, silver for the group. It's not that far. Yes, we will do that.
Fair enough.
Absolutely. He needs to know the Lord there.
Well, might explain some of the bandit problems he's been having.
Yes. Do we think it's perhaps...
I mean, yes.
We think that these Bakemono show are in league with someone human. Do we think that's probably bandits?
Questionable.
Well, it's the first logical kind of thing you would think of, isn't it?
Well, scum of some kind, certainly. I mean, no self-respecting warrior would deal with. Yes, quite.
But we do have that demon guy as well. He could be trading with them.
Demon guy?
Minagawa.
Oh, you're troublesome.
I think Harumi needs to educate you a little bit about what a tanuki is.
Yes, it's just a troublemaker, basically.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Finally develop a sense of
wouldn't be likely to be.
Humor.
Yeah, wouldn't be likely to be trading with Bakemono. It wouldn't do anything as bad as that.
Tanuki aren't actively harmful, although people who suffer their practical jokes might disagree with that.
Yeah, I do.
But well, have you been harmed by one of his practical jokes?
I've been made a fool
financially.
of. Financially, and I've been made a fool of.
But not physically.
Not physically.
And isn't the point of a practical joke to make you look a bit of a fool?
Yeah. So trading with Bakemono would cause people physical harm because Bakemono attack people. So then you're saying then he wouldn't do that.
Tanuki are not known for that. That's not to say that they'd never do
Right,
it.
yeah. They're not known for something as
mean,
bad as that.
I mean, who would believe a man would kind of deal with Bakemono? But people have in the past.
Yeah.
They obviously have no self-respect, and but as far as Harumi's concerned, everything he's been told about Tanuki seems to imply that they enjoy human society, but they enjoy making fun of people even more.
Yeah. They like human society because it's got people in it to make fun of, basically.
No, it's more the kind of good things in life.
The wine
they
and the
do
women
enjoy
and...
a good drink and a good meal and so on, but they're not noted for making it themselves.
Got ya.
Okay. Rightio. So you settle down in the village, and you will be fed tonight.
It's nice.
Oh, you're still working for him, so he will feed you.
Thank you.
And
What's thank you in Japanese again?
Arigato.
Arigato, that's it. Arigato.
Arigato.
Okay. Fair enough. You wake up to find that there are dark storm clouds overhead, and it's threatening rain, but who cares? So you are presumably setting out for that pass through the hills?
Yep.
Bless you.
Of interest,
Yes?
I think arigato means thank you for what you're going to do. Domo arigato means thank you for what you have done.
Oh, so something in the past is domo arigato.
Yeah.
Ah, nice one. So arigato's future
Jolly good.
tense.
Okay, so I believe that the limiting factor is the BMA of 4 of Ichiju, Harumi.
Yeah, she's slow.
What's your intent when you reach Hajima, by the way?
To
To go and see the Lord. What's his name?
Lord.
And pass him the letter, and then are
What's...
you going to come back to Shinshinotsu?
I will.
Or...
Well, what's in Hajima?
Ask if there's going to be a response. Do we need to wait for a response?
Sorry, where's Hajima
No,
again?
it's just to let him know of the fact that there is
Oh, it's just
activity.
here, yeah.
So I know it is,
By
but
Bakemono.
you might something you might want to respond to. I don't know.
Well,
Worth
if
hanging
he
around
has
for a
a
bit, just in
response,
case.
no doubt he will make his wishes known. But the overseer isn't expecting a response.
Okay, so I suggested last time at the end that if we could round off the end of this week with some work or something, and then do some training next week, when we're not on some for a while.
Harumi cautiously puts her hand up and asks if you know of any Shugenja who take pupils on in Nobioka.
No, where's... Remind me where the
In
magic
Nobioka.
school is? Is that's not the house on the rock? It was...
The Castle of the Flame, which is off the map to the north.
Yeah, Castle of the Flames way up north, isn't it?
Way up north, but it's up there.
It's in North Hyuga anyway, rather
Well,
than Central Hyuga, which is where you are.
Once you might be able to find her work in Nobioka as a scribe, which is well-paid work.
Well, yes, but I would like to start learning spells.
Of course. Now, where is the closest place where we have somewhere where there is going to be both the opportunity for a mage, a Shugenja to train, and for Bushi and Budoka to train?
They're not going to be in the same school.
No, not in the same school, but where are two schools
Well,
nearby?
not unless you want to train more esoteric skills.
I don't really. I want to train martial skills, but I'm thinking, is there somewhere where there are two fairly nearby?
Not that we know of at the
No.
moment.
No.
Not that you know of at the moment.
Nah, that's a shame.
I mean, you do know that a Shugenja visits the Kanawa estates every so often to train those exhibiting Shugenja skills, but you don't know when the next visit will be or how long it'll be for.
Yeah.
You do know there's an entire school of them up north, but you're not aware of anything else in between.
And if we go up north, it's there's not much for our type to learn, is there? To that school.
Yes, you can learn kind of gentler skills.
To read and write.
Yes, to read and write and such like.
Painting and poetry and things like that, probably. If you're lucky.
Exactly. Yeah, one's life shouldn't. The whole man has all manner of skills, not merely those of war.
Punching lights out. Yes.
Yes. Sorry, I shouldn't have mentioned the whole man, should I? Very bad taste.
Yeah, very bad taste. Yeah, more like that kind of Renaissance man.
Oh.
Really.
Possibly that academy was using that expression of the whole man rather than.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Might be an excuse.
Anyway, dawn breaks. There's not a great deal of sun, and you set off for Hajime. So you travel north and finally pass through the hills, and you are approaching Hajime when there is an earth tremor.
Oh.
Oops.
Which luckily on that roll doesn't catch you in an unfortunate position.
Good.
But how damaging was it for the village? Very, very minor damage. So you reach Hajime, and there is bustle as people are going around fixing little bits of thatching and such like. You are challenged by the Ashigaru, who are obviously on high alert following the tremor.
I will tell them who we are and what our business is.
Yeah, who we are.
Hang on a second. It's all right. They recognise you. You just challenge you. What are you
They
lot doing back here
recognised
again?
us. We have
a message for your lord.
Yeah, we have a message for your lord.
Yeah. In that case, they will escort the leader of the group to him. Rest of you, cool your heels. Keep out of the way of the workers. They're busy repairing things.
Will do. Can we help with the repairs at all? Do you need an extra pair of hands?
Oh, well, the headman's always willing to accept an extra pair of hands. Take that over there, please.
I'll start picking up bits of wood and a hammer, and I will lend a hand, man. 100%.
Do you have any skills in woodworking or similar?
No, but somebody can tell me like which nails to bang in. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Would you go and get me that box of nails from over there, please? Thank you.
Okay.
And I'll have that hammer as well, please. Thank you.
Yeah, I can do that. I can move things around for people. I have no skill, but
Yes.
I'm an extra labourer. I can labour.
Exactly. They will thank you for your assistance, and make sure you don't attempt to nail anything to the coffee table. And
I'm quite deft with my old hands, you know. Like I'm pretty sure I could knock a nail or two in with a hammer. But
as long as you don't drop anything, that's the important thing.
yeah, I'm happy to labour and help out, give a wee hand. So.
Kosa is, of course,
many nails in Japan, do they?
No, it's more pegs.
It would be wooden pegs, yeah.
Dowels.
Leather joints.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
No iron, really.
Metal, you know. Metal's too valuable. Yes.
Look, 1 second.
That's all in swords and armour, isn't it?
You are escorted to see Kurosaki Nazedo, who accepts your missive and will open it. And He tells his servant to get you some sake and sit over there while I just read this piece.
Okay.
Okay. Looks up and asks if you were in charge of the scouts who found the bear.
I was indeed.
He will then question you with regards to what you can tell him about its location of its lair, etc., etc.
Yeah, tell him what we know.
Okay. Can I have best of tracking, hunting, or wit, please? And tell me the effect numbers.
Woohoo, you'll be lucky.
Well,
Yeah, it's negative, quite a few.
yeah.
That's all right. You give the best description you can. He may not find it very helpful when he goes there, but you give him the best description that you can. Looks a bit further, and so you were also the one who found these Mukade tracks.
Yes, but I've not seen the Mukade myself. My colleague was tracking it.
What's the phrase for... Oh, it's reckless, isn't it? Mutters something along the lines of reckless fool, but...
Yes, he is a bit that way, so...
He appears much more relaxed about the presence of the Mukade, probably because it's on the other side of Shinshinotsu. But the bear is a bit more local. Okay, he thanks you for the information, tosses you a silver, and says there's no reply.
I'll get out of that. What was his second name, Dave?
Nazedo. Nazedo. Kurosaki Nazedo.
Thank you. Right, we're not waiting for a response, so we can head back.
Fair enough.
To where?
Well, precisely, that's what I want to know. What's our current plans?
What is the plan? Yeah.
Well, have we finished the job we were hired to do?
Yeah.
We have. We've searched that area. That's what and we've reported all our information back.
I mean, if you want to
That's what
work, we've got the docks, we've potentially got the mob, but I feel like training. We've got a few days first, though, before we could train somewhere. So we could travel somewhere to train, or we could train somewhere close by.
Well, I suggest we go back to Nobioka and tell the samurai there about the Mukade.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Good idea.
I mean, the local samurai might do it anyway.
I would
but
assume
if we
this
do,
guy
then
has, yeah. But we're going to Nobioka anyway, really, if we're going to do some work or do some training.
Well, the overseer in Shinshinotsu said that he would be sending a message to his lord with the final survey information, but you're not sure precisely when he was going to send it. But you will make it back to Nobioka today, so you may well beat a message anyway. So, are you returning to Nobioka?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think we need to report anything. We've passed it on to...
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure this
somebody
guy's...
rushed to pass it on.
Yeah, the lord of this up here sorting that out, like...
Okay, well, if you push it, you will reach Nobioka by sunset, so you'll get there before the gates close.
It's not a problem, because we're going to
Yeah,
be
we might as
resting
well try and get
after...
there.
Push it on.
So you travel down the road, and without incident, you reach Nobioka. The construction of the extension of the city to the west appears to be going quite well now that the weather's improved. Well,
Good.
we say improved, but yesterday's downpour was followed by a brief rainstorm today, so the large puddles haven't dried up yet, but they are still continuing to build the walls of the extension to the city.
had any more recent collapses due to dodgy cement or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, are you going to stop and ask?
No, I'm just if there's rumours going around saying, "Oh, that wall fell down here. All the building over there fell down here."
You'll have to have a chat with Wonshu about
Do you
that.
remember the dodgy
Yes.
cement? That seems so long ago now, eh? That was right at the start, wasn't
You made money on it.
it?
Not that you were quite
Anyway.
aware of what you were doing at the time.
No, at the time, no.
I don't think they can trace that one back to us.
Nah.
Once you
Oh, no. No way they can trace that back to you. Okay, you reach the city and you make it to the docks. Wonshu is present, so he welcomes you back.
Hello. Wonshu.
We will him in on our adventures as usual. That night.
Greetings. So, no more broken arms, I see, he says.
No. Well, obviously Yanagi.
He's still in the hospital, aye.
Yep.
So the rest of us are
The
okay.
rest of us are whole and healthy, yeah.
Good. Yes.
Has you met
1, 2,
Harumi
3,
before?
4, 5. Yes, Harumi turned up last time. If you remember, he was angling
that's
to
right.
get her to do some work for him.
You're right, yes, it does know her.
Sorry, so to get her to do some work for him. Yes, my apologies. Well, he welcomes you back. He's glad to see there's the same number of you that left. And is this just a brief visit, or are you here for an extended period? He's looking
I don't know, are we staying for a while to do some work, or what's our plans?
What, are we on the 3rd? Yeah, we are staying to do some work.
Today is the 3rd.
So it ended the third, yes.
Yes.
So yeah, we could do a few days' work for Wonshu if he's got any. It's been a wee while since we did some labouring.
He does have a fair bit of work in the up to the end of the week, if you're interested.
Okay, yeah, I think we'll
Oh,
take him up on his trade offer.
are any of you actually wounded yet still?
No, I don't think I am, no. Did someone add that 1 silver to the party loot before, by the way?
But yeah, can you add it?
2 silver.
2 silver.
Was it 2?
Over?
Well, it depends. It depends. Is Kosa going to tell you about the silver that Kurosaki chucked at him?
So,
Okay, in that case, it's 2 silver. 1 for taking the message to the village,
Sound
and an additional 1.
I got another one. I missed that.
Excellent description of where
I've
the bear.
added it to the loot list.
Nice one.
Okay.
Cheers, mate.
Let's have a look. No, I'm fully healed, I'm fine.
Right. On the way back,
Yeah.
just to know, on the way back, I'm going to suggest to the other guys that they may want to consider that the Bakemono show were cooperating with the rabbits.
Possibly.
Possible, possibly. But
Or our local Yakuza for that matter.
Careful who you say that around, though.
That's why I waited till there was nobody else about other than us.
Yeah.
so how would that work? I mean, it don't seem like they'd work
I don't
very
think.
well together.
I don't see gangsters, Yakuza, dealing with Bakemono because they've got bigger fish to fry. I think
would
it would
they?
be maybe lowly bandits.
Unless the Bakemono were the ones who, attacking the merchants, and then the Yakuza had some kind of deal where they brought stuff off them.
Well, I'll point out that the Bakemono had about 250 pounds of stuff stored in their
Yes.
caves.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some deal where the Yakuza buy some of the stuff off them.
And you also know that the goods rather than food, there was less than you would have expected.
Yes.
So in other words, it looks as though the goods the non-food goods, there was evidence that there had been more stored there, but it wasn't stored there now.
They've traded it.
Sounds like it.
Well, the Bakemono were just careless and just chucked it on the fire or whatever. It seems unlikely.
It was being kept separate from the food goods, and if you remember, the food goods pile was a mess. It wasn't treated with any respect whatsoever.
Oh.
There was good quality stuff mixed with bad quality stuff, but the other
Was
goods
sorted, yeah.
was being treated very differently.
So, are you suggesting we should do something about it?
Hmm.
No, I'm just pointing out that we should be aware of it just in case we run across some more rabbit Yakuza.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could interrogate them about that.
Well, you do remember when there was the problem with goods being taken, etc. When you spoke with Wonshu, there was a suggestion that they could negotiate good terms for getting them back to the merchants. And that would seem to imply that they didn't have anything to do with them being stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah, just thought I'd point that out.
At least
Yeah.
Wonshu didn't seem to know anything about it.
It's a good point. It's a good point, Kinzo.
It's
Not
worth
sure I
thinking about.
really want to tackle with the Bakimono again and the Yakuza gang.
Yeah, I'm still more inclined to think it'd be
Unless someone's
bandits
paying
than
me well to do
Yakuza,
it.
but
Oh, well, it may be the bandits are doing the work, but you have to remember that our very first encounter with bandits, there was a rabbit Yakuza with them.
oh, there
wasn't
was actually, yeah.
Was indeed.
No.
Yes.
So they are, yeah, bandits are affiliated anyway, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. And that was, if you remember, where?
Was that near Nobioka? It was, wasn't it?
Where was it?
Oh, come on now. It's been 25 plus sessions ago now.
Is that up somewhere near Hajima on that road?
Se-
Isabel?
The very first bandits was session 2. So we started in Nobioka, so it can't be far away from there, basically.
It could be up that road towards Hajima.
You gonna tell
That
us,
makes
Dave? You gonna
sense.
put us out of our misery, or are you gonna make us roll a?
Yeah, put the map back on, Dave.
Are you gonna make us make a
main
roll to remember?
Dave, can you put the main backup map on? Thank you. I think it was. I think
Oh,
it
this
was
road's
up
here.
that road. Onto Hajima.
This one, from Nobioka to Hajima.
Yeah, that rings a bell.
It wasn't there that you came across a rabbit Yakuza.
Was it
Do you
there?
remember when you went? Do you remember when you first went to the old village?
Right. Okay, so it's not that far away from there.
And the fact that the bandits could have been operating from there. That was where you found a Yakuza from the rabbit gang.
Yes.
Was it not in our very first bandit encounter that we had? Okay.
I don't think so. I think your first bandit encounter was with some that kind of ran away from there,
Yeah,
and
'cause it was session 2.
they
It was
ran
very
around
near
the edge of the
Nobioka.
mountain, and you tracked them up to the old village, if you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, did we? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And one of the guys in there was a Yakuza. In fact, I think Kosa had a very close encounter with him.
Yeah. Close encounter with it. Whatever he is.
But yes, there was a rabbit gang member there.
Ah.
So the bandit attacks over here were obviously connected with the rabbit gang.
And the Bakemono around there, maybe.
Yeah. So the fact that there may also have been attacks by the Bakemono and the rabbits might be involved in the whole thing. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
Or possibly the Bakemono were attacking the bandits and taking goods from them, but that doesn't seem that likely. Anyway, so you are sitting in Nobioka. You've had your evening sake. And, Wonshu will actually treat you all to a meal at the Lucky Coin.
Oh, nice.
So he will take you out for a meal.
Must be doing well for himself.
Oh, no, it's, business is bad. My My wife and starving children aren't doing well. Oh no, I'm not mad, am I?
Oh, never change, one shoe, never change.
All right, thank you for the meal.
Ah, yeah.
I'm
Domo
pleased.
arigato.
If you, he will kind of pump you for information about what you found, what you've been doing up at the old village.
We'll,
I think we will allow ourselves to be pumped, I think, for information.
we'll tell him a certain
Okay.
amount. I don't think we'll tell him every last detail, will we?
Oh no, the first fight against the the Bakemono will of course be couched in somewhat more heroic terms.
Yes.
It was a reconnaissance in force.
Yes.
Okay, so you have a quiet night there. You're not actually bothered in the lucky coin. The noise level seems a lot lower, and there's not a lot of custom, so you're not bothered by any of the regulars. There doesn't appear to be a game on tonight, Kinzo. That might be why. You return. And you return to One Shoe's shack, and you sleep the night away.
Yep.
So, are you looking for work on the docks?
We're not looking, he's got work for us.
Yeah,
Yes,
see
but
what he's
you've
got
never
to
actually
offer.
confirmed
Are
you're
we-
going to be
are-
staying all week.
Are we taking it? What do you think, boys?
I think so. Yeah.
Right, unless we've got some other work that's coming our way, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, why not?
I think it's worth it. I
Okay.
think we want to keep in with one shoe, so let's keep
Yeah,
this
yeah,
a good sign.
yeah.
Is Yanagi about?
Yanagi is in the Temple of the Dragon at
With a
Peace,
broken arm.
with a broken arm, which is being ministered to by physicians.
In that case, when we get back, I shall go along and see how he's doing.
I think he's doing reasonably well. And talking with the priest, he reckons it's about half healed. So another week and a half. It's been about almost 2 weeks. About the same time again, and he should be back to full operation again.
Has he lost any use of it?
No. He thinks it should heal fully.
So he should be fully operational by the end of the month. Possibly earlier.
He's got some things that he's hoping to do at the temple after that, or once he's fit. So see how he's getting on, see what you guys are doing.
Okay, well, we'll see him in about 2 weeks then, maybe
Yeah.
3.
See you in a few weeks, my friend.
Kido.
Glad to see you're doing well.
So he does have some work for Harumi. In fact, he can keep her busy all the time. He hasn't got work for all of you, but if he tries, he might be able to find somebody else willing to pay you for the other couple of days. He will make an attempt. Yes. So he can get you. There are 7 days left, of which he can get you work on 5, and he can find work on the docks for you for the rest of the time. So that would be. If I just knock a copper off for food for you, so that would be 5 days at 3 and 2 days at 2. So that'd be 15, 19 copper each for you. You don't have to worry about looking up food. And he also has work for Harumi. So let me just check something. Right. Would one of you care to roll a d20?
Got it. Two.
Okay. So Harumi will disappear off every day and return in the evening. And after about 5 days, she talks to Kosa and says she saw a couple of interesting things on the docks on the way back that she'd like to show him.
Okay, fair enough. Yep.
Does she say that to just him in private or to the boys?
To Kosa. Well, he's the boss. He's the leader of the party.
Yeah, but I mean, does she just walk up and say it when he's with us, or does she make a point of doing it when he's
She
alone?
says it out she doesn't do it kind of surreptitiously. She does it quite openly.
Yeah, just wondering. Because we're working together, so we would be together. So I'm just wondering, does she make a point of taking him aside and doing it alone? No.
No.
Okay.
You're having supper, etc., and you know, she just casually mentions to Kosa that she saw something interesting on the docks, which she thought he might be interested in.
Yeah.
So she and Kosa will pop out to see it. I mean, is anybody else interested in seeing it?
Yeah.
Okay. Kinzo?
No, I'll get to find out about it later.
Okay.
My nose has got the better of me, like.
Okay.
It's because you're rash and nosy, that's what it is.
Oh yeah, I've got FOMO. Fear of missing out. I want to see.
She will say that Wonshu has her copying out various documents using her skills in kanji. Most of them appear to be documents associated with the Daimyo's procurement arm. Appear to be records of some kind. Not sure where he's got them from, but you know, they're not normal commercial transactions.
Records about the daimyo's what?
It appears to be the Daimyo's procurement records. They're in kanji, so obviously they are more secure than normal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, normally you keep those sorts of records in
By
katakana because
procurements, do you mean purchases?
yes.
Okay. It's a posh word, procurements.
Well, it's formal procurement. So it's the
It's invoice
the
slips,
sorts of records.
the things he's been getting in.
Yes. So it's not personal stuff. It's stuff for the province.
Weapons, armor, by any chance?
Weapons, armor,
Lots of it.
Wood, stone, cement. She thinks it's private records.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway, she's copying them out and doing a translation as well.
okay. Is there anything on there that you think really stands out?
Anything
That's
troubling you?
Unusual, doesn't belong there.
Um,
The other thing I would say is you need to be very,
Hang on.
very careful who you tell about this.
well, that's why she's only telling you. She doesn't quite know what they mean. I mean, she can read, she can write, but she doesn't understand this commerce stuff.
Yeah, words she doesn't understand. That's fair enough.
Anybody else understand commerce?
No, the only one I know of is Yanagi. It's background in that kind of stuff.
Righty-ho.
Possible for you to sneak out, make an extra copy and sneak it out without any risk to yourself?
Well, she's got a reasonably good memory. She can certainly make a copy.
Yes.
You know,
Well, yeah. If you can remember it, that's even better. Or just remember a few pieces, a few bits.
Yes, certainly.
That look interesting, and then write it up when you get home.
Dumpty 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 dum. Did she pick that up? Can I have another d20 roll?
Somebody else want to get this one?
Yeah, just a second.
Oof.
No.
Opposite end.
She describes what the documents look like, but she doesn't understand this commerce stuff. Poems, yes. Histories,
Probably
yes.
don't either, so.
An accountant's records books, she can copy it, but she doesn't know, what the various things are.
That's
Okay.
Yes, if she can memorise a small sample and
Okay.
translate it for us, we can maybe ask Yanagi if it makes any sense to him.
Hmm.
Fair enough. Right. So you return, and
Yep.
a quiet night is had.
So that was 5 days into the 7th, so...
Yeah. So you've got 2 more days left before the end of the week.
So we've got the 9th and the 9th and the 10th to go. We're on the 9th.
1 second while I add some money for Harumi, because basically she's being paid a little bit more than you are.
Oh, she now. Bet she is.
I'm sure she is.
Of course. She's a skilled kind of craftsman. Well, maybe not craftsman, but you know what I mean. So that's...
It is a craft, scribe work, I suppose.
Righty-ho. Okay, are you going to let the rest of the group know quietly about this, Kosa?
Yes, when we're somewhere private.
Okay. At which point Kinzo might have something to say. Would that be right, Tim?
About what?
Looked at your character sheet recently.
About the Daimyo's procurements.
Kosa tells you that Harumi has been copying out what appears to be a set of procurement records, but she doesn't quite know how it all fits together. She can describe what it is, but she doesn't know anything about this commerce stuff.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll have a look at it then.
Yes, please, you cast your eye over it. Makes any sense to you?
Well, if Kinzo's interested, she will kind of take him out to have a look at the same thing on the docks and show him an example of what it was. Basically, you didn't blow it. This, the translation that she's got in katakana, it looks to be almost like somebody's record books for purchasers, but there's 2 columns for the money. And the first column is consistently 10% higher than the second column.
Double entry bookkeeping, naughty boy.
It would look like the treasurer or somebody like him is telling porky pies.
He's creaming off a bit, is he, for himself?
Looks like about 10%.
that's a lot.
So the treasurer's giving off 10% off the Daimyo?
Possibly. I don't know if it is the treasurer, but it's somebody in the accounting department, as they say.
Yeah.
Well, it's like very dangerous information to know.
Yeah.
Well, Monshu hasn't said where the books come from, but basically, it's kind of individual leafs that she's given to copy. And make a translation of it into more intelligible speak. So it looks like somebody's got access to somebody's private records and is making a copy of it.
Has she actually given us a second copy, or part of a second copy, or whatever?
She's taken a katakana copy of some of it. Not all of it, by any stretch of the imagination. She can kind of purloin the odd sheet of parchment,
Yeah.
but the amount that she's copying. No, she can't get a lot of the stuff.
No, I don't want her to give a lot. All I'm concerned about is if she has given us some second copies, then I suggest we destroy them.
Well, she's given them to you because you asked her for them, and what you wish to do with them is up to you.
Once we've Kinzo's examined them and explained to us what they are, I suggest we destroy them. Too dangerous to hold on to. Someone disagrees. I can't hear anyone disagreeing.
Nope.
So
Nope.
No, I think it's destroyed. You don't want to be holding that.
So they go in the fire.
Okie doke. And you reach the end of the week.
Right.
Might explain why Wanshu was keen to get her to do some work. Right, so what do you wish to do now that you've reached the the evening of 10 Minazuki?
What is the plan
people
then,
want to do?
boss?
Well, I'm open to suggestions. What's people's...
I would like
Good.
to train, but we've got the problem that Harumi can't really train in the same places as us.
She can just not really learn her spell. Well, she can try to learn her spell, but it's very much up in the air as to how lucky she is.
Yeah.
How far-
Because
How far is it to the Castle of Flaming whatever?
Castle of the Flaming, this, that, and the other.
The Castle of the
One
Flame is...
I mean, what's it?
Castle of the Flame's north, isn't it? Oh, changing maps.
Yep.
It's this big boy.
Do I think it would take Harumi to get there, or get there at Harumi's speed?
It's there.
How long is it? We've been there before, so we know how long it took us. But how long?
Hang on a second, that's the wrong map. Sorry, my apologies.
Yeah, say it looks
Where-
a bit unfamiliar.
Oh, I've just moved everything.
There's no.
Hang on, I'm missing a page.
Say there's no sort of flaming. What's it on that map? Is there? So
Yeah, that's not the right
no,
one.
it does look like there's a
hang
join
on
down there.
second.
You're
That's
over the
good.
fold.
I'm sorry, I had two North Hyugas because
Yes.
you wanted to go on an
it.
ocean trip.
Yeah.
Right, yes.
So, 1 second. So, it took you 3 days to get there. The first time you went.
That was a Chihiro's speed, wasn't it? So it should take Harumi the same time, presumably.
Yeah, I think so.
Must have had Chihiro was, did we?
Yeah,
Well,
we
you went
did.
to Anatawa the first day, and then you travelled up to Shinguru,
Chihiro.
and then
And
onto the
then-
Castle of the Flame.
We have to
Yeah.
push it on the third day or whatever to get there.
Yeah, we can
Oh,
do that with her in tow.
Yeah, I'm quite happy to give up some time to take her up there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Also,
Sorry if
yeah, that's
none
fine.
of the rest of you, if you don't come in, if you don't want to, but I'm quite happy to escort her up there.
Yeah, me too.
Well, if that was the case, then you probably wouldn't have worked all the whole of that week.
No, if that was...
No, we wanted to get up there for the start of the week, so the last 3 days, scratch the money off for that.
So how much should we scrub off?
The last 3 days were all for one shoe, so knock off 9 copper, and I'll knock off 15 from Harumi.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm quite happy to take her up there.
Yeah,
Presumably she's
me
going to be
too.
there a while if she's learning a spell.
So this would be on the 8th, that we were travelling, eh?
Yep.
Okay.
So, in that case, let's sort out you travelling to the Castle of the Flame. Let's travel all the way down to the bottom of the diary. 'Cause it was some time ago you went up there.
Mm-hmm.
It has been a while.
A good while.
Ah, there we go.
It's our 30th session. Flew in.
Righty-ho. In that case, well, you know the routine. You set off in the morning. It's going to be wet again. But the wind is moderate, so it should be relatively safe on the river. Haven't been any drownings for at least a week. I'm just looking on the bright side here.
I
So,
remember a week's 10 days.
You make your way across the river, which will be 2 copper each.
Yeah.
Do you want to pay that out of party funds?
Well, we could. I suppose we've got silvers there. We would have to break it. Yeah, I've got a load of copper on me, so actually that's fine. What did we say? 2.
Fair enough. 2. And so that takes you 1 re's worth, and then 1, 2, 3. You make it to the junction, so you can camp out in the woods there if you wish, or you can stop at Anatawa. It's entirely up to you.
Usually stop at Anatawa, don't we? I
Okay.
believe.
Yep.
It looks like it's going to be a bad night, so it might be
Stop.
wise to stop at Anatawa.
Yes.
Okie doke. In that case, that will be. Boom. Do they have room for you? Yep, not a problem. You're not sleeping in the stables tonight.
Well, that's
So
nice.
that would be 4 copper each, please, to stay in Anatawa for the night.
Okay.
Okay.
Suits me.
And then the following day, you got a bit wet. It was showery, but otherwise okay. But when you get up the following day, it looks even worse.
Right. Lovely.
But it's dry when you set off.
Good.
Okay. So 1 re to there. 2, 3, 4 re to Shinguru. There's a brief cloud burst early in the afternoon, but you can shelter under some trees from the worst of it, and you still
Wasn't
make
it-
it to
yeah.
Shinguru.
Wasn't it Shinguru where you first met your trickster
Yeah, it
friend?
was. That's exactly what I was just thinking about, mate. Yeah, this is exactly where I met. What was his name?
Minagawa.
Minagawa. Yeah.
Well, that was the name he gave you.
Yeah.
That's not his real name. is it?
Yeah, that's the name he gave me right now. Much to stay here for the night then? And for food?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Right. Yeah, I don't want to stay out in the wilderness.
That'll be 3 copper each, please.
Okay.
Great.
And there's no sign of your friend, Minagawa.
Fantastic news.
The innkeeper does remember you.
I'm sure he does. I'll be super gracious and tip well. In fact, take an extra 2 copper from me. In fact, no.
Yeah,
let's
that's what
no.
he remembers. You're a very generous patron.
Yeah, no. I'll give him 5. I'll give him 5. I still feel really bad for this guy. I'll give him another 5
Why are you feeling bad for him?
on top of the 2. I give him another 5
Sorry, why are you feeling bad for him?
because I know he got paid, but it doesn't matter. He was still part of the making a fool of me. He was used as a pawn in a trickster's thing, and I feel bad about that.
Well, he doesn't know that you were made a fool of.
No.
He just thought you were generous to a bonds.
Well, he just obviously thinks I'm very generous to him. Then that's fine.
Well,
I
fine.
still
That
feel bad.
That
So
confirms his opinion of you. Well, of course, it's your self-worth that's affected.
so the tips more to make me feel better than anything. It's not about him. It's about me.
Yeah. Fair enough.
You do realise, Kyūryū, that Minagawa's had another attempt at you.
What do you mean?
Well, you remember being chased down by a Bonds and a Sohai guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Claiming you'd
No, there was
vandalised the temple.
Yeah, it was the time when he vandalised the temple as well and blamed that on us. Yeah, I know.
Claimed
I
that
know.
you did it. Yes.
Yeah, claimed that I did it. Yeah. He's absolutely made a dick of me, like.
I'm glad you realise that. You remember that?
Yeah. Oh, I remember that as well. Yeah. But this is where he first made a dick of me.
This was just a kind of indulging himself in the local sake. You kindly paid for it for him.
Yeah.
Anyway, you wake up the following day, and I'm sorry, you wake up to pounding rain. It's
Where are we?
not going to. You are in Shinguru. You've got a day's journey to get to the Castle of the Flame.
So everybody come with us then.
Yep. Well, all other than Yanagi, I would assume.
Yeah. Asakura's there, as far as I'm aware.
I suggest we stay in this
okay.
inn for another day because I don't want to go out in that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Do that. Come on, Fuzz.
Harumi would really like to get there today because the trading week starts
Yeah,
tomorrow.
there's
Ending
that.
starts. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll put all our winter gear on, or rainproof gear on.
Yep.
Whatever. Prepare to be miserable.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
hopefully
not
we're gonna-
cold. It's actually
Wet.
quite hot. It's just very,
Hopefully we
very
can have a
wet.
nice hot bath when we get there.
Yeah.
Fair enough. See whether you get there safely. All the monsters are obviously keeping out of the rain today.
Keeping away from us, you mean?
They're sensible. And you make it safely to the Castle of the Flame today.
Okay. Good.
You are welcomed in by the person on the gate. You are well known there. You've been there so often.
Just Harumi if she's not been there before.
Yeah, give her a formal
yes.
intro.
Okay. Well, Kosa will be spoken to first to inquire as your purpose there.
Yeah, Kosa can introduce her to me.
Yeah, just introduce him to Harumi and explain that she has come to try and learn some spell, whatever that is.
She looks out at the weather and says, "It's actually very apt. It's a spell called Mud." Looks down at her feet. Yes.
Thought it unwise to allow her to travel on her own. We've decided to escort her here.
Yes. Okay. Well, Harumi will attempt to seek permission to learn her spell at the school. Would somebody care to roll a d20 for her?
You do it, Kyūryū. You roll better than me. I won't hold it against you.
Please don't roll a 20.
Nice and average.
10. Okie doke. So, yeah, good mate. And can I have another roll from you, please?
How you do it again, Graham? You're doing alright so far.
Okay, they are willing to let her use the castle facilities, but she's not going to get tuition for one of the masters on that role, I'm afraid. But it's a place of learning, so it will help her.
She any idea how long this is going to take?
I better check and see. I think she has to make a BCS roll every day. Let's see.
I thought it was every week.
To learn a new spell, yep. You've got she has a score in the School of Magic, which is adequate. She has a teaching scroll. The task value for the new spell is the knowledge required for that spell. And Mud, I believe, is a 10 knowledge spell. And task points are derived from the effect number of a BCS roll in the School of Magic, to which you add level, learning rate, and use of a reference library, which she's got.
Sounds like too much difficulty.
So basically, her BCS in the school is School of Water 9. Her level is 1, so that's 10. Learning rate of 2, so that's 12, and plus 1 for the reference library.
13.
13. Actually, let me double check that.
Sounds about right. I'm not expert.
I think that's about right.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys. I would have no idea.
What's her magic BCS? A raw BCS?
Her raw BCS is 8.
And how much has she got?
Okay, hang on a second. So, reference works. A library on a given subject will enhance tasks, blah, blah, blah. May hold up to 99 points of knowledge. So, the library's score divided by 20 is the bonus to the task points. So, this library has a score of 75. So, that would mean that would give her a +4. Okay.
What's her score in the school, Dave?
Her raw BCS in the school is 8. +1 for her level 9.
No. She's got 40 knowledge in the school.
She's got 40 knowledge in the school, yes.
She's trying to learn a base 10 school spell.
Yes.
So she gets +3 for her knowledge in the school, plus the magic BCS, which is 8. So that's 11. Plus a level 12, plus the reference library.
13.
That would be 16.
16.
Yeah.
She rolls against that, and if she can score 6 or less, she learns it in a week.
Does the flame teach anything other than magic?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, there might be some.
I don't expect it to teach Bugai, but anything else other than magic?
Yeah. I have some other skills that are not fighting. Katakana, etc.
Task points are derived from the effect number of a BCS roll in the School of Magic. So it's not the BCS minus the level of the spell, it's the BCS.
No, I think you get a knowledge bonus depending upon the difference between the spell you're trying to learn and what your knowledge in the school is.
Nope.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
If you have a look
Yeah, I
on
don't
page
remember.
38.
Don't remember Hachiro getting that bonus, so effectively having more knowledge.
Hang on a second, page 38. Let me just double check this, because I'm not looking at a DASL version. I've got the wrong page number for a start. That doesn't help.
Yeah, page 38 is it's all about ninja skills and Yakuza. So
Yeah,
it's not
true.
Kushu Shigenju.
Oh, yeah.
No, actually, thinking about it, Dave, I think you get the bonus when you come to cast the spell. Anyway,
Learning spells. Blah, blah, blah. Must
Roll
have
it-
a teaching skill.
Roll the dice first anyway. If you roll a 20, there's no point even looking.
So the
My lucky streak is over, so somebody else can do it for
value,
her.
the knowledge trust value is the knowledge required for that skill. Last turn is a week. Effect number of the BCS roll in the School of Magic governing the spell. To this, the Shigenja adds the following: its level, its learning rate, and the reference library.
Okay. So the BCS roll in the School of Magic. Would that be the raw BCS or the base BCS? Doesn't say, does
Effect
it?
number of a BCS roll. Since you add your level to it, I assume it's the base because you've already. Otherwise, you're adding a level in twice, aren't you?
Yep, fine. So in other words, so that's 8 plus 1 level 9 plus learning rate 11 plus reference library 15. So,
Okay.
15 or under.
basically, she's got its effect numbers on a 15. So on average, in 2 weeks, she'll get 10 points.
So that's why I'm asking if the school has anything that we can spend our time learning while she's doing that.
1 second, I will look up and see what the School of Fire is teaching this week.
Let's go.
Wrong spreadsheet. That spreadsheet I want. Castle of the Flame. There we go. And this week is it's 2 Minazuki. So what
The
are they
second
doing
week
in 2
in Minazuki,
Minazuki?
yeah. Remind me what Shinten is? Oh, it's the other religion,
Knowledge
isn't
of
it?
Shinto. That's Shinto
Yeah, it's
religion.
the Shinto religion, isn't it? Yeah. And Bushido is the knowledge of the Buddhist religion. Yeah. Just looking at what I've got that aren't combat skills, yeah. I've got the other, apart from the 2 religions, I've got popular dance and katakana, and that's it.
It might be time to learn a new
Right.
one.
Yeah, maybe.
So what are they teaching this week? Let's see. There is a class in School of Soil, and there are 2 free teachers. Everybody else is busy. But they have all the fine arts available.
All of them.
Alright, find out. That sounds promising.
That includes all the different writing styles, eh?
Yes, indeed.
Ooh, that's nice. We could learn some kanji, boys. What do you think? Well, even if one of us learns some kanji, it's handy, isn't it? We may not always have our friend Harumi here with us. What do you think? I'm going to open up the sheet and have a look at what the skills are, actually. I forget I have access to that. Skills. Fine arts. Acting, armory, Bushido calligraphy, Chinese classics, Composition, court dance, divination, Gana yoga. What's Ganana yoga? What's that, Dave?
It's one of the yogas that
One of the yogas, right? So
Gakusho learn.
So hatha yoga's another yoga as well, then.
Yeah.
The yoga, yeah.
Hawking is here. It's a fine art. Did you say they've got every fine art?
Physician is a fine art, I would point out.
Herbalist. Oh yeah. The herbalist is as well.
Herbalist.
Heraldry, herbalist. I'm just going to read more fine arts. Japanese classics would be cool.
Well, if they will, I'm interested in learning more my hiragana. I've been neglecting it for a long time. It's about time I need some more work on it.
Hiragana, what's that? Is that the one before kanji?
The next language up, yeah.
Yeah, it's kanji is the third tier, and hiragana is the second, katakana is the first.
Correct.
Yeah. So alright, so maybe not. Yeah, because I don't have hiragana. Maybe I'll just do that as well. And because kanji's I'm skipping a step if I'm doing kanji. Sorry. So yeah, maybe I'll do hiragana as well.
Made a start on it, but I haven't got very far. So,
I've not done anything on it. So maybe I could start to learn hiragana, and then at another time, because you've already done some, you can maybe teach me a little bit when we have a quiet moment, a quiet week.
Yep. So if they're willing to teach us that.
Yeah, I'll do hiragana.
You're looking for someone to teach you hiragana. Yes?
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be very good. The teacher's like.
Me and Kosa, I think.
Right. I believe it's Era who is actually teaching a class at the moment. So let me just check and see. Yep. And he has 4 spaces in his class if you wish to try and persuade him to teach something else.
So he's teaching hiragana already?
No.
No.
No. He's
okay.
teaching School of Soil. But he has spaces in his class, so if you can try persuading him to teach something else in his class that same week. Yeah? So,
What about Kinzo? You got any preference, Kinzo?
Have they got any court dance going on?
nope. But you can try persuading him to teach you that as well.
Oh, no. I'll join my mates in attempting to get a hiragana class.
That's what I want.
Nice.
Okay, so that's how many of you trying to... are all 4 of you
What
joining?
about Asakura? What about Asakura? Is he going to join us?
Yeah. We've got 4 spaces, Asakura. Do you want to join us?
I don't know what Asakura would normally have done. So.
Well, he hasn't got any katakana knowledge.
He's got katakana, he doesn't have hiragana. You mean?
Sorry, hiragana.
Hiragana.
He hasn't got any hiragana.
It's always useful to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
if there's 4 of us, that's more likely he'll.
and as a bushy, something that improves your wit is always useful.
Yes.
So we're going to actually learn some writing, boys, or we're going to be little nerdy schoolboys and actually do some proper studying.
Okay,
you won't get writing yet.
So has anybody got any kind of status at the Castle of the Flame?
Yes.
Yes.
A little bit.
Okay, who's got the highest status?
Got 2 earned status.
Earn status, Castle of Flame. 2.
Yeah, both the same. I thought it would be.
Okay. So both of you effectively have a BCS of base BCS of 2. Okay. So you need to make a status BCS. You get +5 because he's already teaching a class. +1 per pupil, which is 4 of you. So that's 11 so far. +1 per silver piece gift.
Shall we all chuck a silver in each? Okay.
Why
everybody?
not just give them 2 and make it a guaranteed thing? 2 each.
Okay.
It's never guaranteed.
Is it not?
Never guaranteed.
We'll chuck in 2
Always a
silver
fail.
each then. So that'll be 8 silver in total.
Okay, which puts it up to 19.
Yep.
Would somebody care to roll that, or do you wish me to do it?
I'm backing out of that one if you don't mind, lads.
Yeah, you roll it, Dave.
Hey.
Yes, he's quite happy to take you for a week in Hiragana.
Excellent.
Let me check and see what his abilities in Hiragana are. Okay, and
What's this?
is
Sorry, 2 seconds, Dave. Just because I'm right there in my notes. What is this guy's name?
Hera Fusahide.
Hera.
E-R-A.
Yep.
E-R-A. F-U-S-A-H-I-D-E.
Fusahide. Hera Fusahide. Thanks, Dave. I'm making sure I can get all the names in my notes.
Please. So, Hiragana, where does he stand? Oh, that's bad. So he is higher level than you lot. I don't think it's bonus for you all, is it?
Or
No, it's not
Budoka,
bonus,
no.
No.
Oh, I need to add this to my thing.
Now, do they have a usable? Oh, they do have teaching scrolls in Hiragana available at up to 87%. So I believe that you can all use the teaching scroll.
I know it can take ages to get to that level. So.
Okay, so 1 week of Hiragana will give each of you +5 on your learning rate.
Hold on, Dave. You need to check the literacy skills section.
I believe everybody is fully literate in katakana, aren't they?
Yeah, I am.
No, it's not that, Dave, but there are some special bonuses for literacy scores which increase the numbers you
True.
get.
Ah.
True. That's a point. So let me just look that up.
Languages are one of the oddities of the system.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Displaying the character sheet for the viewers at this point while we do this.
So, katakana is a bonus to all characters.
No, well, we're learning Hiragana, Dave, so that was...
Hiragana is a bonus for Buk, Gakusho, and Shugenja,
Not
which
for us.
lets you all out. Fair enough. Kido. Hang on a second.
Is it a FIS, a freely improvable skill?
It will be now you keep training it, yes.
Unless you're a Bushi, well, in case it might not be.
Yes.
So I put FIS in that column, eh?
We've run out of physics, it won't be, otherwise it won't be.
How many did you get? 11 or 12, eh?
Equal to your wit.
11. But you can put you can increase your wit, so
Special set of modifiers affect learning rate of languages and literacy skills.
7. This will be my 7.
Okay. So, studying a dialect of a language spoken with native fluency. Well, it's the same language. You're in the country of the language studied. You're not partially literate. So you already speak Nipponese, so you get +2 for that. You get +4 for being in Nippon. So that's +6. Okay. Right. So it's a net +6 on your learning rate, in addition to what you get from the the teacher.
So my learning rate is 2, so plus 6 is 8.
So hang on a second. Let me just go back to the spreadsheet. His level is greater than yours. He's level 6, and he's a master, which is 3. It's not a bonus. So I think you get plus 6, plus the plus 5 for learning it, plus your learning rate.
So 11,
Does that make sense, Tim?
11 plus
That
learning
sounds
rate.
about right.
So that would be 11 plus your learning rate.
And you put it in the permanent column, don't you?
That would be in the permanent column.
Green.
And providing that you have freely improvable skills left, it becomes a freely improvable skill, and you don't halve that.
Sweet.
Okay.
So on a little
So-
bit
So
of
let's
hiragana.
see our
How much did your BCS go up by?
2. From 0 to 2.
In that case, you get half the 0.1 on your wit or your will.
Half a 0.1, so a 0.5 on my
No.
wit and my will.
No, you if it was a physical attribute, you'd get 0.1 per BCS you went up.
Mhm.
For a mental, you get 0.05 per BCS you go up.
Oh, so I'm getting 0.1 here.
0.1.
Yeah.
So your wit or
Okay.
your will goes up by 0.1.
I
So-
get 0.15 in
Okay, so I'm putting
15 in that case.
my will up from 11.05 to 11.5.
And that will set you back 6 silver pieces rather, in addition to the 2 that you bunged at the teacher to begin with.
Yep.
And you all gain an extra point in earned status
It
in the
won't-
Castle of the Flame.
Nice. He won't mind taking 30 copper, will he?
Of course he doesn't mind taking 30 copper.
And we get one more status in the Castle of the Flame, and you put that in the earned status column, right?
In the earned status column, yes.
Thank you.
So we may be asking for another week, depending on how Harumi does.
Okay.
Then.
Who wishes to roll for Harumi against her BCS of 15?
2 seconds, I've not got the
Okay.
dice on screen. Right, they're back.
Do one of you wish to roll?
Not me.
Go on, Dave, you roll. That's
I roll
Mr.
too
Thompson.
many.
You can put the blame on the GM. Here goes with the D20.
No, Mr. Thompson. not
Other
you.
Dave.
No, other Dave. Right, fine, just as well.
You're off the hook.
There you go.
8. Congratulations.
Well done.
7 points towards the task.
So we need another week then.
Okay.
Can we extend our training, please?
Let's see. Well, he
We've all been
was
such good-
free this week.
You've all been such brilliant
So we
students.
don't have to convince him this week.
I know, it depends on what he's planning to do.
Well, it was a free week. Do you wish him to continue teaching you?
Yes,
Please.
please.
Our colleague is getting on well with the spell, but she's not cracked it yet.
Okie doke. In that case, I would like another status BCS, please. Because you're trying to persuade him to give up his free time.
Oh, right, so we still need
Yes.
to chuck some silver at him, don't we?
Yep.
What
And
is it?
your chances is less this week.
What is it?
There
4
is,
silver.
there is somebody else teaching a class. You can try and persuade him to teach you.
Oh, okay.
Well, bear in mind that if he's free, then you get, rather than getting +5 because he's already running a class, you get -3 because he would
It's
he
his
would have
free
had
time.
a free week.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
you're
we'll
going to
ask
try
the
and
other
persuade
guy.
the other guy.
So we, yes, if we think
Okay.
if you're saying yes, we're better off with the other guy, then we will.
Well, it's certainly easier
the
to
other-
persuade him.
Yes, we'll.
And if you chuck in 2 silver each as a gift, then it'll be anything except a 20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Do that unless anybody strongly objects.
What's the other guy's name?
It's only money.
The guy you will be learning from, oddly enough, is also teaching School of Soil this week. And this is Asukai.
Easy come, easy go.
it's
Yeah,
only money,
I'm
isn't it?
happy to chip in another 2 silver.
Fair enough. Okie doke. So, unfortunately, he is not level 6, so you get 1 point less. So it's 10 plus your learning rate
We've still got
this
to
week.
roll for the chance to convince him though. There's still a chance of rolling a 20.
Yes.
Who's rolling that?
Go on then, I'll roll again.
Go on then. Yay!
No problem. Okay, so you get 10 plus your learning rate this week. Keep track of how many your BCS goes up by.
For 2.
Go up by 2, because that's how it works with 10.
So what would we get?
Okay.
What did you say? 10 plus the healing
10 plus your learning rate.
learning rate. So that 13 goes up to 25. So my BCS goes from, and it's the base, not the raw. Goes from 2 to 5. It went up 3. That means I get 0.15.
5. Correct.
Nice. So I'll put my weight up to 11.30. 11.3.
Mm-hmm. Good investment.
Mm.
And do you wish to roll for Harumi again?
I'll grab
Right,
this
can
one
do.
if you want.
Oh, you're going to roll that one? Okay.
Yeah, 2 seconds. I'll put the dice roll
On
for
you
the
be it.
viewers. Let's go. Come on, Harumi. That's good, eh?
Did you roll?
8.
Another 8. In that case, she has successfully learned her first spell.
Hey, congratulations.
Hey.
She has a whole 1.25 Shigendo then, or thereabouts.
Nice.
Hang on a second. Burn status of 2. Personal status. Fair enough.
Now I've got
We
to
get
put my-
another point of status.
You get another. You all get another point of status as well. Yes. So.
Castle of the Flame.
2.4.
Okay, nice.
Righty ho. So let me just alter that. Fair enough. So Harumi goes to see her teacher, who will congratulate her on passing the first hurdle. And yes, he's favorably impressed, so therefore he will take Torimono from her and give her another one. Now, what is it in this one? Let's go to the School of Water. And she's given a choice. She can either learn, have a scroll in Bind Water or Water Shield at 20, or Bursting Bonds at 18.
Let Brian choose. When we see
You
him.
should wait and see Brian. Yeah.
Okie doke. Bursting Bonds. This spell causes ropes to untie, locks to open, barred doors to become unbarred, etc.
Ooh. That seems useful.
Yep. The shield spell basically creates a magical zone which reduces somebody else's BCS if they're casting a spell into it.
So it's a magical shield. Shield against magical stuff.
It's a shield against magic. It reduces the BCS by the level of the spell, which, since it'd be, reduces it by the knowledge required over
And I'm
10.
sorry, should we
So that would buy 2.
should we be picking one for her now, or is it something we can wait
No.
for Brian?
It's something you can wait for Brian.
Yeah, sweet.
The other one, binding, might be a little bit too early for that because that's for the making of magical artifacts. But bursting bonds could well be useful.
That sounded very useful.
Right, let me just go back to the diary, and I will just note up. And that effectively covers you up to the end of the month.
End of the month is.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to trek
And
back.
when you look out through the doors in that month, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It looks like, all bar 2 days it rained. Sorry, all bar 3 days it rained.
Wow.
Oh, lovely.
And we're in the summer,
Yeah.
aren't we?
At least we're in the dry.
Yes, it was not a good month.
Good for the crops though in the summer.
Oh yes. But the weather looks good today. Clear skies as you set out from
So-
the castle. I'm assuming you're setting out from the castle.
Yeah.
To travel back to
We've done
Nobioka.
Yeah, we've done our business.
Okie doke.
What's the name of this month?
You are now
Umizuki, the
in
next one.
Fumizuki.
Sorry?
Umizuki.
Fumizuki.
Fumizuki. F-U-M.
UMI.
That's where we're heading now, boys.
Back to Nobioka.
Yeah.
Let's just check this. So basically, it is actually the end of summer and beginning of autumn.
Mm.
Doesn't time pass quickly?
Hmm.
Yes, indeed.
Is that a
So
year and a
you
half
set
yet?
out. Oh yes. This is actually day 180 in the year. So you have been a year and a half.
Yeah, this is a year and a half.
You slosh through the mud and the puddles, and you make your way towards Shinguru, and you reach there by nightfall. And sadly, nothing decides to disturb you. Harumi was itching to try out her new spell on something. Okay, so it will cost you 3 copper each to stay at Shinguru.
Okay.
Oh, I actually written down the mud spell. So that's already on Harumi's sheet. Actually, can I just check something with you, Tim? Because if you look up the mud spell, the Shigenja creates an area of thick, gluey mud. This constitutes treacherous ground. Moreover, blah blah blah. But it doesn't say how big the area is. Unlike most of the other spells, it's based on level of caster, or level of spell rather, in terms of cost and area covered. But this one is very specific. It costs 2, but doesn't say what area you cover. So all I can think is it's either 1 hex or 7 hexes, something like that. Have you come across this one before? him.
So I was just reading the spell and Quagmire.
Yes.
And Quagmire is very specifically cost 10 times level of spell and has a radius of 2 yards per level of spell.
I would suggest that it forms a gloop of about 7 hexes across.
Yeah. So in other words, it's the target hex plus the 6 hexes around it. That's what I was thinking. Fair enough. Which makes it a useful spell in combat, whereas 1 hex would not be useful at all, really.
But what's the range on that?
For her, it's 10 yards.
Yeah, that's right.
And it lasts 10 minutes, which is quite some time.
Yes.
And it only costs her 2 points. So she could cast up to 16 of them. Providing.
If you fall in it, you need if you fall over in it, you need a strength saving throw to get out.
Yeah. So it's useful from that point of view.
That's a very handy little spell. So did she 7
If you're
hex?
unconscious,
So 1 and
you
the
drown.
6 around it, yeah? When you say 7.
Correct.
Nice.
So, yes. So, and useful for blocking an access or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or giving you a spot to defend. So that somebody coming up to you is in treacherous ground.
Yep. Like it.
Especially if somebody then happens to be Budoka and does a throw. I shouldn't have suggested that, should I?
Throw them into the mud.
Exactly.
How is your
Okay,
jiu-jitsu, boys?
Well, that's kind of the party working together, isn't
That's
it?
maybe the next thing we should go and train, eh? Go and all do jiu-jitsu together.
Okay. So you travel to Shinguru and stay the night there. The following day dawns.
Excuse me.
The temperature has moderated, by the way. It is down below the 30s. You're definitely into autumn. Sorry, I just need to roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You make it to Anatawa. Takes a little bit longer. Well, you're pushing Harumi along, but you make it to Anatawa successfully. It will be 4 copper to stay in Anatawa.
Bless you, whoever that is.
So that is.
Four.
Sorry, did anybody add the Shigendo to Harumi's sheet?
Not
Or do I
me.
need to do it?
Don't believe anybody's touched her sheet.
I will add it to her sheet then.
I never touch anyone else's sheet.
So she gains Shugenda equal to the knowledge required over 10, which will be 1. Okay, that's it. So she gains 1 point of Shugendo, which puts her up to 3.25.
Is it? Are they the same as us? They need 10 to go from level 1 to level 2.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And on is the same for them, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so does it continue the same, like 50 and then 500 or whatever it is? Yeah, cool.
The same progression for everybody.
Cool.
For priests and for warriors and.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Okie doke. And then the following day, I believe you are heading for the river again.
We certainly are.
And again, it's peaceful on the Saikaido.
Good.
So 1, 2, and then so that's half the day. So it's mid-afternoon by the time you cross the river. So that'll be 2 copper each to cross. And you are back in town again.
Yep. Okay.
How many copper did you say? 2?
Yep. Right. There was a bit of rain today, but not a lot. Just a couple of showers. And
What?
it was cooler than yesterday as well.
What level in the language does the count as you call it literate?
Literate. I think is it 10? Let me just double
Is it
check.
6? Is it 60?
You need a total BCS of 10 to be literate and 5 to be partially literate.
Yes.
10.
You'd be
The
on
base,
your BCS.
that base or final BCS, whatever. Raw BCS, is that all base
That's the
BCS?
Raw
total
BCS. Oh, total
Total.
BCS.
Total BCS. So I'm So I'm
Almost
semi-literate.
there.
I'm
Almost
on
there.
5, so I'm semi-literate in Hiragana. It's 5 and
I
10.
am
You said.
1 point. I am 1 point, literally 1 point being off literate. I'm on 49.
Oh, on your
Very well.
permanent. Nice. I am 25, so I'm semi-literate already in Hiragana after the 2 weeks.
Congratulations. Obviously, the teachers at the Castle of the Flame are exceptional at
They are excellent
bringing you
teachers
lot
at the
up to-
Castle of the Flame, yeah.
Yep. So,
What's it?
if you're partially literate, you can puzzle out simple texts, sign your name, blah, blah, blah. Fully literate, you can read and write with ease.
Nice.
Okay?
Well done, boys.
I will point out that kanji is an automatic hindrance. So you are half your learning rate, half your increase. From
Way
the
out
word.
of our league.
You mean as in it's twice as hard to learn? You learn it twice
Exactly.
as slow, yeah. Got you.
So,
What is the plan? We're on
what do you wish to do?
3rd.
You're back. Good. You planning on working?
Oh, hello, Wanshu.
He asks, looking at
Yes,
Harumi.
Look at it, Harumi.
Yes, we are. All of us are available for work.
We are all available for work for the next few days. What we're going to do after this
Okay.
week, boys, because we might want to make plans to travel. We might not want to work a full week if we're going somewhere else at the end of this week.
No, let's.
Just to work a full week.
I'm quite happy for
Yeah,
maybe to do a bit more work.
yeah, she's getting on well. Also, we've just spent a bunch of money to get our funds back up a little bit.
Anything in particular you want me to do, boss? She'll ask quietly, and when you have a moment, or just kind of play dumb and carry on.
Just play dumb, but yeah, just keep an eye on what it is you're translating, and in case anything else interesting that you spot on your day's work.
Don't.
But don't risk trying to make copies and bring them out. Just just remember anything you saw that was interesting.
Fair enough.
Definitely do not want to get caught with that stuff. It would definitely be a bad thing. Whoever caught us, it would be a bad thing. Bad if one shoe caught us, even worse if the authorities caught us.
Rude. Okay, well, as far as work is concerned, let's see. There are 6 days to the end of the week.
Yeah.
Is that right? No, 7 days. To
We're
the
on
end
the
of the
3rd,
week.
so
Apologies.
there's 6 more working days to be had because we're at the end of this day.
Well, you reached Nobioka on the 3rd, so
Oh,
there's
yeah,
7
so-
days left in the week.
Mhm.
Well, there's a couple of days there's no work available on the docks, but the other 5 days you can work for him. He's got a job. So that would be 20 less 7, so that would be 13 copper each.
Okay.
And 25 less 7, 18 for Harumi. She has a quiet word with you after the the first day, Kosa. She's not actually copying anything. They're getting her to check over some documents in kanji. They seem to be getting her to check that it's written properly. She spotted a couple of errors, but it's the same stuff. But they're not getting her to copy it. They're getting her to just check something that, to be honest, already looks like a copy.
Let's see. Interesting. Key for that.
Righty-ho. So you worked the rest of the week.
I will pass this on to the rest of the people when we have some way from anybody. What on earth do you think they're up to? Anybody any ideas?
Can I have a commerce roll from you, please, Kinzo?
It looks promising.
That's a successful roll. In your opinion, Kinzo, it looks like somebody's done a bit of forgery. And they're getting her to check that it's been properly written in kanji.
Yes, something very dodgy is going on, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you think? I wonder if they're creating new documents, or whether they're substituting their fraudulent ones for the originals.
I think that's a question that you should quietly forget.
Yeah. Yes.
The numbers seem to be a lot higher. The difference between the first column and the second column seems to be similar to what she had before. But the first column seems to be a lot higher.
They're taking more.
Why would you want to do that? Yes, whoever's creaming it is creaming a bit more.
No, this is the robbing the Daimyo.
No. It appears to be a copy of the original document, except the first column.
So it's been upped.
And did you say this is the
Could it
Daimyo
look
that's
like
getting
somebody's creaming off more, possibly?
Yes.
Some dangerous knowledge, but very valuable
Yeah, it
knowledge.
is.
You remember, I shall say this when one shoe's not available. You do remember
I'm
that
assuming all of this is when one shoe's not
Oh
available.
yeah.
Definitely.
you do remember that the town was closed a week or so ago, wasn't it? Because of an attempted coup.
It was, yeah.
Yes.
It wasn't an attempted coup. There were all sorts of reasons, but nobody ever found out what the actual reason was.
Well, the one I was told was an attempted coup, so I shall go with that. And I think it might have something to do with it. So I suggest that we pretend we've never seen any of this documentation.
Yeah.
Harumi will go along with that enthusiastic.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So, what do you wish to do once you reach the end of the week?
Right. What's our thinking, guys?
Hang on a second. There's a couple of things I need to check. First of all, Yanagi's back.
Oh
Yes,
yes.
it's recovered. Good man.
Yanagi's recovered, and you have a week. In actual fact, you have 2 weeks of training, Yanagi. Basically, they arrive back in your second week of training.
Okay.
So, what do you wish to do?
Well, as per my message, I'm looking for longer than that. So.
Well, that's all right. You can be working, but you can train for longer than that. Hang on a second. I just need to refresh my memory of the message.
Yeah, and how much it was going to cost me and whatever you as well. What the final figures were on that.
Am I changing?
So
David's name
we
to
see
Yanagi.
Yanagi. Is he busy doing something?
Yes. Well, Wanshu will tell you he's back. Righty ho. Okay, so basically you're looking for physician training.
And Zazen.
Zazen.
Which way? And potentially offering to, bolster their physician availability or whatever to treat other people as part of the learning. I just figure that's part of how it'll work.
Right. So, right. You can actually add some additional status for being a patient at the temple. So you would get 0.5 per week. Right, you get 1 state. Let's see how long you were there for.
Status just for being a patient. That's good.
I've been a good patient.
Obviously. Nice.
Patient. There we go. That's how long it was. So you were there for, I think it was 3 weeks. Yes. So basically, you can have an additional 3 status at the Temple of Dragon at Peace before you start.
Okay, good. Done.
Now, so your 3 then, which is just at the start of 2 Minazuki. So let me just go back to.
I figured the last sort of
Bushido.
week, when we've got an idea that I'm in my last week of recovery, I'll be then able to start looking at what's available and also having the conversation, particularly with this master physician, to say, "Oh, I'd love to learn more."
Okay, in the first week there are classes in Butsudo, Gnana Yoga, Raja Yoga, and Kanji. But you're looking for you're looking to persuade someone to teach you Zazen or physician. So let's see who's doing the classes.
I've previously learnt Zazen there, so failing that, I should just spend the time in contemplation, seeing what else comes up.
Right. So one of the teachers in the first week is a master in physician, and as far as meditation is concerned, 3 of the teachers in the first week are masters of meditation. So, do you want to try and persuade Shoku to teach you physician?
Yeah, that would be my first thought. And effectively, during the period of recovery and whatever, whilst being checked on that kind of thing, thinking to try and strike up the conversation during that period in more detail, in preparation for.
If you tried learning during recovery, then it would extend the recovery period.
Yeah, it's not learning during recovery; it's building a relationship with the physician.
The physician, yes.
Ahead of, I'm not just waiting to the end, going, "Oh, teach me some more." It's a case of a few weeks of having conversations.
Yes, there are different physicians treating you throughout that period. It's not always the same one. Depends who's
that's fine.
And you have improved your place. your general status has gone up, and I would give you +1 for getting a master physician to try and teach you as well. So your BCS at the moment is 2 at the Temple of Dragon Up Peace, +5 for the teacher already running a class, +1 because it's just you, so that'll be 6. So your base BCS would be 8 plus another 1 because he's a master physician and you've been talking to him already. So that's a base of 9 plus 1 per silver gift.
Okay. Let's go for. How about 6 silver?
Okie doke. And all those 6 silver are accepted. So that would be 15 then, is your BCS.
Okay.
Persuade him to teach you physician. Well
Oh.
done.
Lovely.
So, in that case, Shoku will teach you physician.
Excellent.
Okay. Hang on a second and do that. And is it bonus for you?
No, it's not a bonus. It is freely
No.
improvable.
Yes, but it's you.
But
If
not
it was
bonus.
bonus, you'd get an extra point.
Yeah.
And what's your current skill?
61 now.
That's fine. They do have a Torimono in katakana, so there is a usable Torimono in that.
Good.
So that will give you 5 plus your learning rate at a cost of 6 silver.
8.5. So, I'll gain a BCS. Put me to 65.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, how much silver?
6 silver plus
Yeah,
the.
Yeah, I've already marked the
you
other off. I thought it was 6.
Yep.
That's why I was thinking it would basically cost me about a gold with the influence. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
But an extra BCS in physician is always useful.
Yeah, and that is a increase my BCS by 1.
Well
So,
done.
Nice, mate.
The second week. There is only one class being taught this week, and that's Bushido. Do you wish to try and persuade the abbot to teach physician in his class?
yes, definitely.
Good shout.
Okay. Same again. So your status in the school goes up another 1.
Okay. What's that?
Which increases your group status to 15.
It does.
Check you.
So your base BCS goes up to 10 to make this persuasion roll.
Okay, well, I shall do the same again, the 6.
Okay, so that gives you a a BCS of 16 for him to be prepared to teach you in his class.
He's happy with the 6 anyway.
At that point, if he's happy with the 6, because they vary. Yes, he would have accepted up to 11.
Oh, there you go. 11 seems to be the number of the day.
Congratulations. So you can have another week's training in physician.
Excellent. So I'll take that up to that, I would think. So I imagine that's going to be similar to previous. 5 plus learning rate.
No.
Oh, okay.
He's not a master of it, so it's only 4 plus learning rate.
Okay, so that's 7 halved.
And it will only cost you 5 silver rather than 6.
Okay.
And another point of status in the school.
Right. And at the point partway through that week, because I don't know when they're due back, what's the next couple of weeks planned today? What lessons are planned?
Right, hang on a second. So that's taken us up to... right. So that's taken you to... well, in actual fact, you had 2 weeks, and they turned up partway through your second week. Okay, so
Okay.
you've completed your week while they are working on the docks. So it is now 10 Fumizuki, and you've just finished your second week of training. If you're interested in knowing what they've got
I am.
beyond,
Yes.
okay. So 2 Fumizuki. There are no classes being taught. One of the priests is free, but everybody else is busy on temple business.
Okay.
And then the following week, they're teaching Butsudo and Hatha Yoga, and then the week after that, Butsudo and meditation. That's kind of 3 weeks in the future.
Right. Would the priest that is free be prepared to teach me some more Zazen?
That is Shoku, who is the guy who taught you physician the first
Yeah.
week.
Okay. And would he be prepared to?
If you ask him, effectively, you're asking him to run a class rather than have his free time.
Yeah, potentially. I'm actually looking to ask a bit more than that. I'm asking for proper private
Personal
tuition. Yes.
Right.
That's
That's even more difficult to get.
The explanation being the close brush with death, which was a first, being quite so close to my end, just got me in quite a contemplative fashion, and I feel with the limited Zazen I currently have, I would struggle to fully understand my thoughts around this. So I wish to extend my ability to meditate on this, and indeed it would be part of my focus for practice.
Right. Well, personal tuition is difficult to get. You've basically got to persuade the guy to take you on as a personal pupil.
I understand. It's worth that much to me to try.
Let's see. Right. So, you need a status roll on the school that you're in. There is a chance somebody else will be wanting his time.
Is it Nobioka that Yanagi's in, yeah?
He's at the Temple of Dragon at Peace in Nobioka.
Yeah, I thought so.
And he's attempting to persuade Shoku, who is the second in command at the temple, to take him on as a personal pupil.
And this is on the week that we are at currently now. You're on the same place in the
timeline. Week that
timeline.
you're back.
Yeah.
This is my plan.
Yeah.
So I will, when you get back and I'm partway through my second week of position, I will explain this is what I desire to do for the following week.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will see whether it's successful.
Well, we can always do some more work. Get the funds up while you do that. What do you think, boys?
Yeah. How long are you planning to stay, Yanagi?
If I can get a week of private time, if I am successful doing that initially, then the 1 week for the moment will suffice.
Okay, so you need a status BCS.
Yeah.
Modified by either the effect number on the skill that you're trying to get him to train, or half the effect number on another skill that he has.
Well, he knows how good a physician I am.
He knows how good a physician you are. So basically, you need a BCS in the school, and then half the effect number on a physician roll.
Okay.
Okay. And then any gifts, etc.
Right. So, well, the status at the school is 16.
Right. So you've basically got a status BCS of 3.
Yeah.
And then to the effect number of that, you will add half the effect number in the skill you're trying to impress him with.
Yeah. Which I think position to prove that I've already.
Yeah. That's a comment. Sadly, proving you can read and write is not an acceptable skill.
I feel the physician is the most applicable because he is a master I've been a student of his.
Yes.
Can I understand how he teaches me, how I learnt from what he's already taught?
Yeah.
Right.
So are you going to offer him a gift?
I will offer him a gift. I will, regardless of whether I'm successful in this or not, I shall give him a gold.
Wow.
Okay. Fair enough. So 9 of that will count.
Okay.
Okay. Make your physician roll.
Successful.
10.
Hey.
So that's 3 effect numbers, so that counts as 1. So that's a net plus 10. You now have a BCS of 3. And then you've got some minuses because he is free at the moment. So your net minus, so your minus, so you basically 9 plus 1 is 10, minus 3 because it's his free time. So your net plus 7. So your status BCS is 3. Plus 7 is 10. So you need to roll 10 or less.
Let's see.
Oh.
No, he's
Lucky
not willing to
mate.
take you on.
Okay. Them's the breaks.
Unlucky, man.
Yep. So sadly, Yanagi reports that Shoku was not willing to take him on
It's a shame.
as a personal pupil.
I'm sorry about that, my friend. It's good to have you back with us, though. How's your arm feeling?
Much improved. Yes.
Good.
A lot better than it was.
Have you finished what you're doing on the 10th then?
Yes.
10th of Mizuki. Okay.
On the evening of the 10th, he tried to persuade Shoku to take him on as a private pupil going forward, and sadly failed.
Unsuccessful. Okay.
So we're staying at one shoes tonight, boys.
Yeah, we've best decide what we're going to do, lads. And ladies.
Yeah. How are your funds, everybody? Do we need to work?
My funds are okay.
Mine are okay.
Yours-
Yeah, mine are okay. I've just burnt through about a third of my funds in the last couple of weeks.
I've just went through a bunch, but if you guys want to do more training, I can afford it. And if anybody can't afford it, I'm doing okay and I can help somebody out. If that suits everybody. How about we all go learn some jiu-jitsu? Because that's something I already...
No connection with Harumi's new spell, of course.
None at all. None at all. But I know it's something that we all practice. I know that the three of us, Budoka, all practice it. I'm not sure about the Bushi and the Shugenja, but they can learn it, can't they?
Harumi looks up at this big strapping Budoka and kind of goes, "What?
Can they not learn martial skills? No.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
can,
yes.
I mean, if somebody's
From scratch.
if somebody's trying to grapple
7
you,
stone
though,
weakling learning it from scratch, yeah.
yeah, but if somebody's trying to grapple her, then it's a last resort. If she's not got a dagger, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not a totally wasted skill on anybody. It really is it.
Well, you know, she feels herself more a master of the mental arts.
Yeah.
Yes.
But what could she do? Like when we all do, if just still a suggestion. But if we were all, the rest of us, to go and do something that doesn't suit her, what's she doing? What do we think? There are.
Surely she'll be tempting to learn her new spell.
She will try and learn a new spell.
And how long does that take?
This one took her 2 weeks. This one probably a bit longer.
Yeah, because she's not out of school.
She doesn't have the the +4 from the school.
Does she have the funds to sit around for a few weeks?
She has a few packets of rice. Yes.
Okay, well, I'm good. If you guys want to train again, I think it's a good idea for us to all go and practice a bit of Jujutsu. Not that I'm metagaming, but it does go well with that spell, like they've said. I am metagaming, but...
Yes, you are metagaming.
But Jujutsu's a skill that we, like, 3 of us already do. It's not like I'm thinking of a new skill to go with that spell. It's a skill we already have. We could go train it.
I think if more training was the plan, I think Yanagi would rather try and get some more time at the temple, even if he just spends his time there.
Yeah. What are you doing, physician?
I'd be...
It's physician you were trying to train before, wasn't it?
Well, physician was before, but then the last bit was around the Zazen.
Zazen, and that's your meditation thing, isn't it?
Yeah, even if I didn't meditate, if I didn't get training, just spending the time there.
Yeah.
Just actively using my exceptionally small skill would be sufficient for a period of time.
Okay.
I would rather
Are you good for
be
money?
doing that for a period of time than more of my physical skills, for the moment at least.
Yeah. Are you good for money?
A quick question. Can I ask a quick question, by the way?
Oh.
Did you mention your suspicions about the Bakemono and the rabbits to Wonshu?
Ooh, what do you think, boys?
I know Kinzo mentioned it to you. The question was whether you mentioned it to Wonshu.
I'll let the boss decide.
Yeah, I think so. I think we will, yes.
Keep him in the loop. Keep him sweet, eh?
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. In that case, if you are interested, Wonshu has a job for you.
What a surprise.
Alright.
Ah, we'll certainly listen to your offer.
See what he's saying, yeah.
For certain.
Well, he's been asked to ask you well, it might be helpful to certain parties if you
Another friend, yes.
a friend of a friend, yes.
Aye. We know Wonshu, we get it.
If you were to offer to extend your scouting to locate where those Bakemono are,
Oh yeah.
they'd be prepared to offer you
It's good money we get for scouting.
Well, they prepared to double it.
Now then, that's a lot of money. What were we getting paid before?
So,
I remember I looked
well,
it up
what-
for scouting. We were
well,
getting.
they're suggesting that it would probably be helpful if you volunteered to Matsuo Basho to continue your scouting effort to trace the Bakemono to their lair.
Oh, so it's Matsuo Basho that's wanting us to go back and do more scouting, right? Okay, so we're just going to see him.
No,
No,
it's not. No.
no.
He's just a cover.
Right. So.
A friend of a friend
Yeah.
is suggesting that were you to offer to continue scouting for Matsuo Basho, that friend would be prepared to double your pay from Matsuo Basho. So in other words, he was paying you 5 copper a day each. He'd be prepared to kind of offer an additional 5 copper
But does
per
that
day
but
each.
does that mean we can get paid from them both? Because we go ask Matsuo Basho if he wants any more scouting done.
You
He
would
pays
be
us for it.
working, providing you persuade Matsuo Basho to hire you as scouts to continue your
So we
scouting.
sell the information for 5 copper a day to him and for 10 copper a day to the other guy, so we're getting 15 total. Yeah?
No. He said he'd be prepared to double your pay, i.e. pay you an additional 5.
Alright, so he'd be able to match it on top. Okay.
Exactly.
Not double, that's not double it, that's matching it on top.
So
Doubling
being
it as
paid
far as we're
5
concerned.
and he pays you another 5, that doubles
Doubling
it.
it.
Yeah.
And,
So
if you'd like to kind of spend some time in town, he could teach you the basics of commerce, Kyūryū.
You're alright, I catch what you're saying now, I'm with you. Sorry, commerce is not my strong point, my friend.
Yes.
We'll go and get our heads together and see what we come up with.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, I can pop out and go and visit another friend while you discuss it.
Another friend of a friend, yes.
Yeah. Of course.
Well,
We get it.
Okay. He will pop out and leave you to chat.
See you soon, good friend.
so, I'm trying to remember, what else do we know about the Bakemono? Because we dealt with the one lot of Bakemono, we basically wiped them out.
Yep.
Can I remember? Anybody remember? Were there any signs of any others?
Yeah, the one on the beastie, the
That's true,
Mukade.
yes.
He's a
Presumably he's
Bakemono
not-
we've seen since. So
Yes,
there is at least
presumably
one.
he's not on his own.
Yeah,
Yes.
unless it's the last one, but there is still at least one.
Well, you actually found some tracks of other Bakemono, didn't you?
You did.
Yeah.
You found two lots of tracks.
Yep.
Basically, through that valley there, and that valley there. There were the ones here were more recent. These ones were older.
Yeah.
Now, if you think about it, the older ones were probably while that village was still under previous management.
Yep.
The newer ones were obviously to that cave.
Okay. Let's go see Matsuo Basho then.
Well, let's decide how we're going to
Yeah.
what's the
Approach
word?
this.
How we're going to sell this to him, yes. Before we go charging off.
Well, yeah, we need to work out if he's going to want us to do more scouting first. They might just say, nah, it's okay.
Yes, but how are we going to? Well, obviously, how we're going to convince him, but how are we going to tell him that there are more Bakemono out there? How are we going to justify that?
We've already told him that.
Yeah, he knows there is.
You've told you've told the.
It's true. We told him about
uh,
the Makari, yes.
Yeah.
Well, you visited that valley and then went back that night and told the overseer. Then you visited that valley and went back and told the overseer. So that valley was Bakemono. I can't remember. Was it Anmukadi? Let me just double check.
Listen,
the
why
diary.
don't we pitch it to him
I
like
do write
this?
these things. I do write these things down for a reason.
Pitch it to him like this. Here's a
Uh,
suggestion. We pitch it to him
It was
like,
Bakemono and Mukadi tracks in both valleys,
Yep.
but the North Valley was older.
my idea for pitching it to him is pitch it as this. Go back to him and say, we are just as worried as anyone about the Bakemono threat. Obviously, there's still Bakemono out there, so we are going out tracking, looking for, and potentially hunting Bakemono. If you're willing to pay us for this, we'd be willing to accept it, but we're going anyway. Pitch it like that.
And if you're going anyway, why would he pay you?
Yeah, I
Because it's his land.
prefer to.
Or it's around his land. The threat is
prefer-
around his land.
I think we'd be better off tracking down where they are and not commit ourselves to attacking them. But there are quite a few of these guys. If this tribe is the same size or bigger than the other one,
Could
I don't
be.
think we can handle it.
Yeah.
Well, you
Yeah, last
already
time we
know that there's a Mukadi involved.
Yeah, and last
Well-
time we had Matsuo and
and
10 of his men.
Okay, so here's another
And
way.
here-
Here's another way to pitch it.
Hang on a second, let me just check something.
Yeah, I've got how we pitch it.
D20. Yeah, no. Sorry.
Right, so how we pitch it is this. We go up to him and say... Nah, I forgot. Too late.
No, if we're going to do this,
I know,
then
no,
I'll-
sorry, yeah, I
I'll-
remembered. So
we
we...
go and find the Bakemono
So we,
first.
yeah, so this,
and then
yeah,
we
that
talk
was
to
it. That was it. Yeah, we scout them, and then we go back to him and tell them what we found, and he may or may not offer us money for that information. But either way, we're getting paid from the friend of our friend who wants you. That's how we do it, innit? Sorry, took me a while to catch on there.
That's not what you were offered.
He's going to pay us X amount per day for however long
What
we're out
was
there, though.
the offer was if you get Matsuo Basho
Matsuo
to pay you to go
Ah.
and to go and scout these
Ah,
Bakemono and
okay.
report back to him,
So it has to be reported
then
to
he
him.
will double you.
Okay. Right, how do we pitch that then, lads? How are we
The
going about it?
implication is they are obviously trying to get Matsuo Basho involved in dealing with them.
to
Yeah,
get some legitimacy. some reason.
yeah. Oh, because this person just wants the information. They don't want to have to actually deal with them.
No, that's not what was offered. What was offered was if you get Matsuo Basho to hire you again to go and track these Bakemono and return to and give him the information when you get back, then they will pay you double what he's whatever he's paying for you again.
Okay.
Okay, so it's very, very specific that they are expecting
Mhm.
you to get Matsuo Basho involved in getting you to look for these things.
And they
The
want
implication
same
being
information.
that once he knows where they are, then he will have to do something about it.
Yes.
How do we pitch it then, boys?
Well, he knows that we've seen signs of the Bakemono, because we reported that to him last time.
Yep.
Try approaching him, saying that he knows
Well, the
there are
difference
more
between last time and this time is obviously that you now have Yanagi back.
Yes, we have
and
Yanagi
Asa-
back.
Yeah.
And he knows there's
And-
Bakemono out there. Is he?
Asakura still with us?
Once Yanagi's back, Asakura leaves.
Okay.
Is he interested in finding out where these Bakemono are, so he can arrange go and deal with them?
They got a pretty good
Only-
haul from the last lot.
Yes. The only danger is that he may say, "Well, I've not attacked anybody. Is that causing any trouble?" Leave them be until they do cause trouble, possibly.
Except he already knows
Who
that
knows
they
they're out there.
they've been raiding merchants, and B, there was a fair bit of loot in their cave. So the
These lot-
Bakuman are certainly active.
Certainly active, but this lot are up in the hills, so they're well away from the beaten track, as it were. They're not threatening any roads or anything, are they?
Except that you met a Mukade heading down towards the cave.
Yes.
So I mean, the offer's there if you want it. If not, then
Why don't we pitch it the fact that the Bakimona that are left may well belong to the same tribe as the ones we just killed, and they may reoccupy the cave.
Yeah, they may move back into where that cave is. Yes. Start to cause trouble again.
I think that's our best bet.
That's our best bet. He may ask why we've left it over a month to go and see him. But
because you had to wait till Yanagi's arm healed.
yes, true.
But if you remember,
and his eye, of course, and that we have
Yes,
other
that's true.
responsibilities.
That's true. That's all true.
Yep, because they know that Yanagi's arm got broken in the first attack on the cave.
Yes, and so he knows he got eye poked. You may want revenge for that.
Riwingi!
Yes. So, are we in
Okay.
favour of going for this then?
Well, we could at least go and talk to the man. If he says no, then we can decide what to do.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
This is what
So,
we're
what-
going to do.
Do you want to leave it at that for the night, or travel to Shinshinotsu?
I suggest you take us to Shinshinotsu,
Yeah.
then we stop.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okie doke. So, traveling Shinshinotsu, you will be leaving on 11 Fumizuki. Let us see whether anything happens on the way to Shinshinotsu.
Ooh.
You're not even disturbed by leaves drifting down from the trees, unfortunately. It's a really boring journey. It's not even raining today. I mean, clear skies. You reach Shinshinotsu, and you find that Matsuo Basho is there as well. And one of the guards sees you coming in, bows politely and greets you, Kosa, and escorts you to see the headman, who greets you, thanks you for coming, and gives you 2 gold.
Okay, thank you.
Glad you got the message.
Good, thank you.
That's
Right.
2 gold.
And then goes back to his paperwork.
Sorry to disturb you, but would it be possible to
yes.
arrange an appointment with Matsuo?
Oh, of course, yes. Come with me and I'll see if he's free. So he will escort you to see him, and he is indeed available. He will bow politely to him and say that he's paid you the bonus for the goods that were recovered, but that you wish to speak to him on another matter. And
Yes.
bows himself out.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the generous bonus.
Thank you.
In our last report that we gave to you, you would have seen that we have seen further evidence of Bakemono in the area, with potentially a Mukadi
Worrying.
in their control. Yes, we were wondering, would you be interested in hiring us to go and find out exactly what is going on out there? How many, Bakemono there are and where they are located? Because now that we've killed out one nest, they may decide to reinfest that nest and start causing trouble again.
Yes. The Daimyo was concerned. His advisors tell me that Bakemono riding Mukade are not normal.
No, that is a serious threat.
Do you think you'll be able to locate them without too much trouble?
I wouldn't expect too much trouble to locate them. Obviously, we will do a thorough search because there may well be more than one location where they're hiding.
Very good. He calls the headman in and tells him to put you back on the books at the previous scouting pay, and there'll be a gold in it for you if you find their lair.
Oh, nice.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Domo arigato.
I leave. Then I go speak to the other man, secretary.
The overseer, yes.
Yes, the overseer, and tell him who is in all the people in our group, so he knows who we are.
Okay, Scribble strikes through Asakura's name and adds Yanagi in.
Yes, Yanagi is fully recovered, and
Okay.
we will be setting about this task tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Keep him informed of our progress.
Fair enough. The 2 gold is basically because he got so much for returning the goods that he gave his Ashigaru a bonus, and he's given you a bonus.
Very nice.
Somebody added the 2 gold to the loot. Ready.
Also, is somebody taking
yes.
care of
I thought you had, because I didn't see it there before. Okay.
anyone taking care of I forgot her name again. The Shigeru's Harumi. Anyone taking care of her money? Yeah.
Dave's been doing that.
I've been adding and subtracting accordingly.
Nice.
Yes.
Thank you.
Not that she has a lot, of course. Certainly not compared with you lot. I mean, I'm just looking at it. I'm really going to have to do something to kind of take your gold away. You've got far too much.
Right. Now we're going to leave the gold just in
The
there.
last training session was quite expensive, including the bribes it was.
We're going to just leave the
Yes.
gold in the party loot just for the next one of
Sorry,
them.
not
or-
bribes, gifts. Remember, it's gifts, not bribes.
Have people do private tuition, Dave?
Also, clean you out.
Okay. Right. Well, I think that's probably a good time to stop.
Okay.
Right.
Cool.